You guys who are watching now are seeing what happens after the pilot, after the aftermath of what happens, and you're not even gonna know. You're not gonna know. You just gotta look at the pilot when it comes out. I'm telling you, this story doesn't feel like I wrote it. It feels like somebody else wrote it. It's kind of hard to explain. It's like it lives on, like, beyond me. Before this, I used to be a songwriter, and I wrote. Well, that's gonna be kind of cringe. A lot of people are gonna cringe at this, but I wrote country music, and a lot of it was sad stuff and heartwarming stuff. It was never beer, 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 truck, truck, and stuff like that. That stuff was weird to me and stupid. I liked stuff that made you feel, and I love anime. I used to hate anime. That's that's another story. I used to hate anime. I used to think people who watched it were weird. I thought they were all losers, and I was like, oh, anime, it's for weirdos, isn't it? And here I am. So making my own anime. But I mean, skip past this part if you want. But the story behind me liking anime actually came from an old friend of mine. Um, I haven't talked to him in a while. I need to reach out to him. His name's Cody. I forgot his last name, but his name's Cody. That's the first name. he First ever anime I watched was actually with him. He was a pretty cool guy. Me and him hung out, spent the night over his house because we were all young and stuff, and it's kind of what you do with your friends. You don't go out partying or anything like that. But yeah, so we were all just like hanging out, me and him, and that was it. And we were watching this show called Angel Beats. And the whole time, I remember it just like it was yesterday. The whole time I was making fun of it, but secretly loving it. I did not want him to know because he was like, "Oh, you got to watch this show." I'm like, "Oh, is that anime?" He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Oh, it's weird. It's weird. I don't want to watch no weird anime." And he was like, "Come on, man, just watch this one." I was like, "Okay, you know what? I'll give it a chance, man. Since I'm here, why not?" So we ended up we ended up watching it, and like I was just making fun of it. Oh, and then they got to a part in the show. Spoilers for anybody who um is coming in. You got to the a part of the show where the one of the characters with the pink hair, I think she was in a wheelchair or something, but I don't remember too much. But she ended up finally getting what she wanted, and it was a boyfriend or something like that, or she wanted to, like, a guy, like, to take her on her date or something. I forgot what it was, but it was really sweet. But then that's what made her disappear, and that's when I was like, oh, this anime's got something to it. Because I was going through some things at the time with an ex, so it really got me. But what made it worse was when I got home, I got my older brother's crappy laptop that he had in like 2000 and I don't know 2009, and I started watching it. And I binge watched the entire thing in like 3 days, because I watched anime very slowly at the time. And he the ending is what really got me. I was depressed for months. I was like, how? How can this character disappear? But it was really, really, really good. My favorite anime is Steins Gate. That one got me emotional too. Where was I going with this? But yeah, I used to hate anime, but here I am now making my own anime. Wow. We need to do. I wonder if this will be fine if I just go from here to the next cut. I mean, it might be, and then I can have her arms slump. Yeah, yeah, that's what we'll do. Like right here, I'll have it slumped down. Her other arm. This one's fine because she's kind of like leaning. she's like kind of leaning slowly off to the side, and then I'll have this one just kind of go bloop, and slump down, and her shoulder here will lower, and this one will lower as well. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. So we're gonna go here. So yeah, this was the animation that I ended up doing. It looks janky on the 3D model, but see, as you can see, she kind of pauses there, and then wham. No, I actually kind of kind of like that. Hold on, did I? Yeah. So she goes like this, and well, okay, I knew what I was gonna do. I was gonna go like this, and then before she throws herself, well, yeah, before she throws herself out of the chair, I was gonna have her. I was gonna have a close up of her hand. So like around here is when we'll go ahead and insert some frames. Or actually, yeah, so like right here. Right here, we'll insert some frames. Since I'm doing 24 frames a second, we're gonna do. Okay, my dumb side's coming out. 48 plus 24. Yep. 60, 70. I don't know. Fuck it. We'll just do 48. All right. Sweet. Okay, so now we got the we did 48 and then I did a 24. Oh, I just knocked some shit over. So now we got the animation here set for this cut. What we're going to do is we're going to go like that and this. Then we're going to, that's what we're going to start doing. Yeah. Okay. Take off the onion skin. Okay, since this 3D model here is being paused, we're actually going to have her closer like this. Yeah. Like this. That's fine. Yeah, this is fine. And then we're going to go back up. And then we're going to just draw this real quick. So, and animate this because there's a part that I need to animate here. It's going to slip out of her hands. Okay. Surprised if the camera is like shaking or whatnot. I'm sorry. I move fast and I'm fat, so it's like it's not really the best combination. Fat and fast moving together. It's kind of wobbly. You know what I mean? It's a little bit of a wobbly going on. A little wobbliness. This is one reason why I kind of want to fund this though. It's because my PC is not powerful enough to do a full anime episode or for anything. I have I mean, it's a good PC for gaming. It's a really good PC for gaming. But for work, it's it's definitely it's definitely not great. But the main reason why we're doing the Kickstarter is because two major reasons. One, production speed. I'm already fast at what I do. I just need to be faster to be able to come out with full length episodes in a in the time that I want to come out with, which is soon. Which is like I want to do monthly releases on YouTube for the episodes. This is good. This is looking good. Hold on, I think. Let me see. Let me make sure. You know what? I'll do that in a second. So here we're gonna actually draw over this. We're gonna draw over this, and we're gonna do another folder, another animation folder for the hand, and we're actually gonna animate the hand. And if anyone in the comments is wondering, can I draw without 3D model? Yes, I'll actually show you a piece of my artwork. It was the keychain art, actually. I drew this without a 3D model. It was super duper easy, took 5 minutes. So that right there is like one thing. Also, my old sketchbook. Do I have it in here? Actually, yes, I do. Yes, I have my old sketchbook. Hold on. Okay, so I was drawing for a very while. You can see how worn the sketchbook is. I started drawing a year ago. Um, well, okay, so that's a little misleading. I used to draw 15 years ago. I drew all my life. I am 32. Um, and from like ever since I could hold a pencil to 15, I drew. After that, I stopped drawing for like 15, 16 years. So I started, first thing I drew was not this. It's actually somewhere else. But this is the first thing I drew. One of the first things I drew. This. Then I started going in and doing hands. I don't know if y'all could see this or not. Okay, yeah. So yeah, and then you can go. You see, I was drawing hands. I was drawing little charts. I came into this wanting to draw anime. I think this is the first time I drew one of the first times I drew Maki-san. Was it? No, no. This was actually a quick little sketch I did of Maki-san. Not too long ago. It took like I think I drew it in like 30 seconds. I timed myself with it. So then I started drawing characters. I was really, really bad in the beginning. Really bad. Yeah, I had no idea what I was doing. But I went down from that to trying to do manga. Um, and I liked this. This was kind of fun. I was like, hey, that doesn't look too bad. That does. But I was practicing. I wasn't terrible at anatomy when I first started. See, I wasn't bad at it. I just, you know, when I first started, I was actually not too bad. So then, hold on, let's see if I can find. So I don't know who this character is. It was a character my stepson wanted me to draw. Try drawing someone from Chainsaw Man. It's the I think it's the main character. Seen this image on uh Facebook. I wanted to try to draw it. I'm actually pretty good at drawing when it comes to reference images. I don't know who the heck that is. I made him up. Looks like Santa Claus or something. I was drawing my notes. Yeah, I was really into trying to do comics and stuff. And I was really wanting to do the whole comic art. This is when I started getting good. So, as you can see, that's when I started getting good on paper. But I had a whole like split reality kind of thing going on here with him. This is the first time I tried drawing. I think one of the first times I tried drawing Makisa because she was supposed to have glasses, but I traded out the glasses for freckles, and I think that makes it a lot better. Instead, she looks more like Kenji with long hair. So yeah, I was doing the same eyes. You can see there, and if you go to my comic, you can see that on Webtoon, it's actually pretty similar here. I actually have a similar frame on Webtoon. And then here, where's it at? here is when I first started doing drafting my heart's canvas. So on paper, I was still sticking with the glasses, and that was supposed to be Maho. She looks nothing like nothing alike anymore. This school ended up being okay. So this school ended up actually um being later on. It ended up being the new school she goes to, the whole same kind of layout. So then I drew that. I was still into I was still into doing the comics and stuff. I started working on perspective. I was getting pretty decent at it. So that's when Makisa started looking more like Makisa, but not the same. I don't know what I was doing here, but I actually ended up drawing Kenji. That was supposed to be Hannah. So I changed the earlier Maho art for Hannah, and I was actually doing pretty good with hands. Wasn't too bad actually. Then I started working on this stuff. And that's another thing of Muffy's, another draft. Been shaking a lot lately. Oh yeah, real bad with anatomy when it came to close with smaller objects or smaller drawings. So I was thinking, why do I suck so bad when it comes to smaller work? So then I thought, can my problem be fixed if I got a digital art tablet? And lo and behold, I was good at drawing anatomy when it was larger stuff. But when it was smaller stuff, I was horrible at it. And it was due to not pixel density, but due to just density in general. So being able to zoom in was much easier for me. So this is when I started working on more anatomy because I thought I was really bad, and I wasn't. I wasn't. I was tricking myself, thinking I was just so bad at anatomy. In reality, I wasn't terrible at anatomy. I don't think this was the right medium for me. Okay, I don't have that one image. But this is a good little brief history about my art. So, yep. I don't have that image I wanted to show y'all, but it is fine. Back to this.